In this video, I'm going to be going over the 10 reasons to buy the new Moto G Power 5G 2024 edition. Stay tuned. Alright everyone, hopefully you guys are having a good day. Hopefully everyone is safe out there. We have the new Moto G Power 5G 2024 edition, and we've been using this device for well over a week now, and I have 10 reasons why I think this is a good device. Also, I have 10 reasons as well why I think this is a bad device. So if you guys can live with both of these, then maybe this is the phone for you. And if you guys would like to check out the 10 reasons not to buy, I'll leave a link in the description down below. But the first reason has to be that we have a stock Android setup right here. Pretty much everything through this phone is stock Android, so our operating system is going to be very smooth and vanilla. So anybody who likes Pixel devices, you guys are going to be very familiar with the Motorola Power 5G right here. So really do like how this looks. It's very basic. There was a little bit of bloatware on this at first, like a weather application and Facebook, but you guys can obviously go ahead and delete those. But most of the stuff on this device is pretty stock Android. Android 14 out of the box as well, so that's nice to see. One thing that I actually don't like about this though is one operating system update. So we're only going to be going up to Android 15 on this device, which kind of sucks. We'll talk about that in a later video though. Our second reason to buy this phone, of course, and is going to be a huge reason for people on buying Motorola devices, is obviously the Moto Actions. You guys can chop for a flashlight, you guys can twist for your camera right there, and there's many other Moto Actions that you guys can go ahead and set up on this phone. So that's just one of the cool things that you can do on this phone. I really do like this. A lot of people like the shortcuts on this phone, so this is probably one of the biggest reasons for people to buy a Motorola device. And obviously, I still really do like the Moto Actions on here, even though I'm not the hugest fan of Motorola. Third reason to pick up this phone in 2024, it's a surprise, honestly, but we still have a headphone jack on this phone. As you guys can see, we have a 3.5mm headphone jack. So for all of the audiophiles out there who still use your Sennheisers and your AKG earbuds or headphones, you may want to go ahead and look into this phone if you're looking for a Motorola device, because it still has a headphone jack. Our fourth reason to buy this phone has to be that we have a very decent battery life on this device. We actually can get 2 days of battery life out of this device, which is great to see. And this is for the moderate user. We do have a 5,000 milliamp battery. We have quite a big battery in this device as well, but if you guys are just constantly gaming on this, obviously the battery is going to drain faster. So if you're doing a mix of things like watching videos, playing video games, texting, scrolling through social media, this should get you through 2 days. So it's really nice to see that on here. And there's some other cool stuff about this battery we're going to talk about in a second. So yeah, we'll get into that right now. And getting into the fifth reason to purchase this phone, we just talked about the battery. The battery life is very decent on this phone, but also the charging compatibility on this phone is great. So we actually have, for the first time ever, not just wireless charging on the Moto G Power 5G, but we have a 15-watt wireless charge on this device, which is very rare to see on a sub $300 phone. Very crazy stuff right here. And we also have a 30-watt wired charge, which actually beats out the Galaxy A55 at its, I believe, $500 price tag after taxes. So it's honestly really nice to see those charging compatibilities and those charging wattages on here. This is definitely going to be a reason for someone to pick up this phone for sure. This is a huge factor for a lot of people. And the sixth reason is going to be that this is an affordable phone. This is a $299 phone right now, and obviously over time in the next month or two, this is probably going to drop to $250, and during the holidays it's probably going to be like a $199 device. But even seeing that this is a $299 device right now, this is actually pretty affordable, considering that the average flagship is going for $1,000 right now. So for $299, I feel like the majority of people, if they're going down to a budget phone, they're going to get more than what they thought they were going to get out of a $300 phone in this device. Our seventh reason to go ahead and pick up this phone has to be the overall performance on this. As you guys know, the video game performance, especially with games like Genshin Impact or anything more graphic intensive than that, doesn't really play that amazingly, but as far as like PUBG and Call of Duty Mobile and scrolling through applications and even having tons of windows open, because of the 8 gigabytes of RAM inside of here, your overall performance on this phone is actually going to be pretty decent. So great to see that 8 gigs inside of here. We do have the MediaTek Dimensity 7020 inside of here, so it's not the most powerful processor in the world, and that factors into why Genshin Impact doesn't run really that good on here. But for the most part, if you're not like a hardcore gamer on those super graphic intensive games, I feel like you guys are going to get some good usage out of this. So overall performance is pretty solid on this device. Our next reason to pick up this phone has to be the NFC and Google Pay capabilities on this device. And I think this is the first time that the Motorola Moto G Power actually got NFC in this phone. So as you guys can see, we do have NFC on right here. You guys can put your membership cards, your IDs, your credit cards, your debit cards inside of here, and you guys can pay at whatever checkout you want to use it at. So that's a big thing for a lot of people. A lot of people haven't ever had on a budget phone tap to pay, and a lot of people in the Motorola field or Motorola fans are going to upgrade to the Moto G Power 5G, and they want to use something new like Google Pay or NFC for other stuff. So it's great to see that we have that on here. Our next reason to purchase this phone has to be the elegance on this. I feel like it looks sexy, and that reason is because of the eco leather that we have on here. This is kind of like a rubber. It's not actual leather, obviously. I don't know why people keep thinking I'm saying actual leather. It's eco leather or vegan leather, so it's made out of some like plastic or rubber or whatever. But this texture on this back is really nice. It's hard to leave fingerprints on it as well. It's very, very grippy, so this is going to be hard to drop, and I just think it looks badass. I think this looks super, super sexy and elegant as well. So very, very nice looking phone, especially around the $299 price tag, where it's usually a mess of some sort of textured plastic back that picks up fingerprints like crazy. So really nice to see a back on a Motorola phone like this. So those were the 10 reasons to pick up the new Motorola Moto G Power 5G. That's like a mouthful of a phone to say, and of course they have the 2024 up here. If you guys have any more reasons to go ahead and add, let me know in the comment section down below. Also, if you guys want to go ahead and check out my 10 reasons not to buy the Moto G Power 5G, go ahead and check that out in the description down below. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, drop a like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to be notified every time I upload a new video. This has been some fun from TechRight. Peace out, Tech Gang.